Good afternoon, everybody. It is August 19th, 2024. It is 3:13 in the afternoon. Okay, so what I've got for you for this video is stuff from my dream that I had, the boot camp dream. Okay, so I noticed in the dream that I was wearing my combat boots that I have. I made a little shoe rack as soon as you first walk in the door. And it has the blanket of Jesus on it. Because I didn't know what else to put on there. And my combat boots, that I was wearing my combat boots in the dream, and I noticed in the dream that I was wearing my combat boots that I bought for Halloween. Okay, so it says boots, shoes or boots, words, gospel, covenant, preparation. Their combat or heavy boots, spiritual warfare. There is so much stuff lately that I've been dreaming about that has to do with spiritual warfare. Okay, so the verses that go with that are, "And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace." Ephesians chapter 6, verse 15. The next verse, "Now this was the manner in former time in Israel concerning redeeming and concerning changing, for to confirm all things. A man plucked off his shoe and gave it to his neighbor, as we would say, I give you my word. And this was a testimony in Israel." Ruth chapter 4, verse 7. And the next verse, "This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh." Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. And I have no idea what clothes I was wearing. I would say it's like, regular, like, fatigues or whatever that you wear for boot camp. Okay, and what was it? Gas fumes. Okay, gas fumes, deception, deceiving spirit, evil motive, envy, false accusations, slander, danger, poisonous doctrine. Okay, the verses that go with that are, "Be not a witness against thy neighbor without cause, and deceive not with thy lips." Proverbs verse 24, or chapter 24, verse 28. Next verse, "And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you." Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. Next verse, "But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not, and lie not against the truth. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but ascends from envy, and is earthly, sensual, devilish." James chapter 3, verse 14 and 15. And for some reason, whenever I was reading that, it made me think of the poking inside my body, or however you want to say it, the muscle contractions, because I've been praying about it for years. And I've been asking God, who's doing this to me? And, is it just a medical condition or, what is it? And whenever I read that, to me, it was saying that it's not from above, that it's earthly, that it's devilish. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but ascends from envy, and is earthly, sensual, devilish. Because, well, I was in pain again, and I went to lay down, and whenever I was watching Jeremy walk into the kitchen, and right before he got into the kitchen, I was in pain. And then whenever I went to lay down, I was in pain. And whenever somebody made noise outside, I was in pain. So, whoever's doing this is not of God. Because God wouldn't, I've said it a bazillion times, God wouldn't hurt my vagina. Okay, God's not all about hurting people's vaginas. This might be a little TMI, but, I'm pretty much used to it by now, to tell you the truth. I don't react to it anymore because it's been going on for at least 10 years. And because a lot of times it's like hate and, kill me and I'm going to kill you and die. And, it's all evil stuff. So whoever's doing this is not of God. I'm pretty sure of that it's fleshly, it's of the flesh, and it's earthly, and it's not of God. Because an angel or God, because I turn around and it's like hate, like it hates angels, and I'm like, well, who would hate angels? Demons, people, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm really starting to think that is whatever is going on the inside of my body is not of God. It is fleshly, it is earthly, and it doesn't like God, and it doesn't like angels, and I can't get rid of it. I can't make it stop. God is the only person that can make this stop. God and the angels, and now my head is hurting. God's the only person that can make it stop. And everybody knows, what I've been through with this. I've been back and forth on this. And I'm like, thinking that God's the one doing it to me whenever I know better. I know that God would not hurt my vagina whenever I lay down in bed to take a nap. Just because I don't want to wake Jeremy up. Because every time before he goes to work, because every time I go into the living room, I wake him up. And he used to be a really sound sleeper. But now, every time I go into the living room, I wake him up. So if I get up and I go back to bed, well, it's because I don't want to wake him up. And because he works hard at his job. And, and he needs his sleep in order to be able to do his job. So that's why if I get up and I lay back down, that's the only reason. Sometimes whenever I lay down in bed, it's not because I'm depressed. Because I haven't been that depressed in a while. I think God and the angels took that from me a while back. I have no idea how long ago it was, but that's what I believe. Because I haven't been that depressed. And thank God for that. I am very thankful for that, and I also, whenever I was praying, I prayed for myself too, just a little bit. But I prayed that, I always pray that God would give me strength, to get through this. Because I know that it says in the Bible that, I have to remind myself of this. It says in the Bible that we'll have tribulations, that, things aren't going to be perfect all the time. I know of several Christians that, things aren't perfect for them. And, I think about them and I think of, what they've been through or what they're going through. And, I'm like, why should I be any different? And, I know that there's spiritual warfare going on. I know, like, so many times, like, my dreams have told me that there is spiritual warfare going on with Christians and with me. And, like the song says, there's a war going on. Sometimes I feel like, I know this is gonna sound, I have no idea, like, what word to use, but I feel like there is a war going on the inside of my body. And I feel like there's both good and evil on the inside of my body. And I feel like it fights sometimes. And not in a good way. But, and it's all like, oh, I hate this person, and I hate this person, and I hate this person, and I hate this person. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired of the hate. And, and it's because I watched that video where Chris was like, hate. And so now every time this eyebrow is poked, I think of hate. And I cannot think of anything else besides hate. Either that or lie. Because whenever I was watching, yes, I know you're probably not going to like this, but a Michael Jackson video. Yes, I went back and watched a Michael Jackson video because I know that he touched his eyebrow right here in one of his videos whenever he was at Neverland, and he touched it, and he said it was either like or lie, one or the other. And because I just got tired of thinking that it was hate all the time, and I was like, and I remembered that Michael Jackson touched his eyebrow, and so he touched it, and it was either like or lie. So it's either lie or it's hate or it's like. And I'm starting to think that it isn't like. Because I've been through a lot of pain. And, and I know that a lot of people don't like Michael Jackson. And, but anyway, so, anyway, I'm just trying to find out the truth. And I know that a lot of times, like, I remember, several years ago, I prayed about what was going on the inside of my body. I was like, who is doing this? What are they trying to tell me? Da-da-da-da-da. And I remember I thought that I heard that sometimes it lies. Well, who lies? Well, people lie, and the devil lies, and demons lie. So I think sometimes that's why I'm in pain, because, I know that this may sound, whatever word you want to use, but, like, I have learned from movies that pain is from the devil. Pain is from demons. It is not good. So, I was right that, my old school mind, should say that it's not good, that pain is not good. And I remember they were trying to tell me, oh, pain is good and all this stuff, and pain is love and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, it's not. like, I can't, think that somebody physically hurting my body is not good. It's just the way that I think. And, you know, I know certain things that they're trying to, you know, tell me to do and stuff like that. And, you know, um, but I know that it's not good. So, anyway, yeah, that's all I've got for this video. If you like this video, like this content, like this video, feel free to comment below, and all that good stuff. Don't forget to go out there and rainbow it. Fill the world with love, peace, joy, charity, all the good fruits of the Spirit. Thank you, and have a good day, have a good night, or have a good evening, depending on what time you're watching this.